Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I'm continuing on with a little bit of mowing of grass at the moment, and I'm thinking that we'll get to around about 20,000 litres in here, and then we'll go and take that over to the cows and tip it in for them. Our next task, I think, is got to be the harvest, and we could go and do a little bit of grass harvesting first. We could go and fast forward until we reach a time where we could do a bit of hay or something like that. But I think we need to prioritize getting the grain cut. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to now fast forward from here right the way through until autumn. And I will start doing that in just a moment. It's going to take a little while, and today is going to be just kind of keeping the cows fed with as much as we can. We should be pretty good for keeping the cows fed for most of that time frame, although we probably are going to need to buy a few more bales from the dealership. Now, we're going to need to buy bales of everything because we've now run out of silage, and I'm not actually planning to make any more silage just at the moment. We could very well end up finishing on this map by doing a bit more silage or doing some hay or something like that. But at the moment, we want to get forward as quickly as we can so that we can get our... Let me just change over to there. So that we can get our harvest done. That's kind of the big thing that we want to get done now, is the harvest. I'm just going to go up and back a little bit on the end here so that we can just gather up some of this grass that we've got lying on the ground. And it doesn't really matter if we leave a load of it, because if you leave it past midnight, the grass will rot away and disappear anyway. So you're not going to be left with bits all over the map, which is absolutely brilliant. That's one thing I do actually particularly like about Seasons, is the fact that you're never going to have untidiness all over the map, because the untidiness tidies itself away. I mean, yes, if you've got wood chips, you will have a bit of untidiness, but other than the wood chips, you don't have any issues, and that's absolutely fantastic as far as I'm concerned. So when I move to South America, my question for this week is, what would you like me to do first? Now, we're going to be having 160 cows, and the cows there are of a different breed than we've got here. We don't actually know at the moment if there's going to be any differences to looking after them. There's going to be any slight changes to the mechanics with those types of cows compared to these, or if it's simply just a visual. I suspect that it is actually just a visual. It's just something to sort of give a bit more flavour to the South American maps. And you could also then build maps that are based in various places in Asia, like India and so on, because the Brahmin cows are very popular there as well. So we've got a new breed of cow that we're able to use. Now let's just go through here a minute and see what we've got. Yes, okay, so we're okay for the moment. So when we get there, will you want me to focus on the cows first? Will you want me to focus on arable cropping first and just do some arable, standard arable crops, so that we've sort of got a bit of a backup ready? Maybe we get a bit of straw ready for the cows, that sort of thing. Or do you want me to go straight in and do the sugarcane as quickly as possible? Now, we all know that most of you want to see sugarcane, but I'm curious if you want me to just rush straight in and do the sugarcane immediately and really start looking at the new stuff, or do you want me to kind of wait a little while and hint at it and then go and do it? I mean, I suspect I know what you're going to say anyway, but it's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Now then, we've got a little bit of grass left in there. It's time to start speeding up. And yes, we have no bales here. I will just go through here and take a look at the shed. So we've got a John Deere baler there. So there's one John Deere item that we already have that we'll probably be using in South America, because I don't think there's any new balers being introduced into the game. We have zero grass or hay there at the moment, so we could do some more hay. Over this side, we've only got 29,000 litres, so we could do with getting a few more trailer loads of bales down here, stuff them into this machine so that we can keep that one running. And it's 3 stacks of bales that we can bring down, so we'll get 2 lots of hay and 1 lot of silage, I think, for the first round. But before we do that, we're going to come over this side and we're going to clean the grass up through there using our wee JCB telehandler down here. Also, I'd like to know what kind of loader you'd like me to use in South America, and I don't think there are any new loaders being introduced. Do you think I should be using a telehandler or a big wheel loader or a tractor and front loader? We've been using this telehandler on this map, and I'm not a great fan of this telehandler. I'm definitely not a fan of these in real life. I've driven these before. I absolutely despise these articulated telehandlers like this with the boom right in the middle. I absolutely hate driving them. They are awful as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a big fan of tractors and loaders, but I would take a tractor and loader over one of these any day of the week. Unless I needed the reach. If I absolutely had to have it for the reach, then I would take it for that. But other than that, no, I'd rather have a tractor and a front loader. I like telehandlers. I like rigid base telehandlers, and those I've spent thousands of hours driving them, and I get on very, very well with them. That's the kind of machine that I would pick. Ooh, I want to go over here so that I can get to the Ford tractor. There it is. Now, oh yes, of course, the Ford tractor is currently not in a good way, so we are actually we're going to take this one round to the front of the shop, and we're going to try to repair it. We're going to be shut into the shop in just a moment. 8 o'clock, I think, the gates will shut on the shop, and we're not going to be able to get out again. So we just bring this one over here, and as soon as I park it up there, we should be able to run some repairs on it. I don't think we've actually got a workshop on the farm, which is a little bit of a shame. 1940. What time is it? Oh, it's 2100. So we've got 2 hours yet. Well, an hour and a bit, and then it will close. But you come over to the tractor. You put it into wherever it is that you can repair it, and then you go Alt R, and it should. Right. Do you want to perform maintenance for €302? Yes, I do. Right. That one is now all repaired, and it should start up without any problems. 2025. Right. Another 30 seconds. Not even that, because no, it's 15 seconds, isn't it? It's 30 seconds for a whole hour. And then we're going to be shut in. We're not going to be able to go anywhere at all. But we'll actually camp out here for the night, I think. And then we can get the bales back in the morning. 57, 8, 9. You know, I'm really... Oh, that's awesome. It actually changes up there. I guess that word means closed. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm guessing that means it's closed. But yeah, I am curious what would happen if we were to park a tractor right in the gateway and then wait for it to actually close on us. That could be interesting to find out. So let me go over to... Actually, no, I don't want to go there just yet. I'm going to spend the night. We're going to spend the night here at the dealership. We're camping out and resting for another day at the farm. It's now raining again. So we get €66,000 for sold milk. Spring is a very good time for milk. Spring and winter is the best time, absolute best times for milk. And then summer is the poorest. Autumn is not quite so good. But yeah, you definitely... Winter and spring, you're absolutely flooded with money for milk. It's just fantastic. So you build your herd up in the summer when the cows are the cheapest, and then you go and you profit from them the following spring. That's how it work out. Right, we are going to go for round bales. Actually, I think I can put 30 bales onto that one if it's round bales. So we'll buy all round bales for a moment. So we get 1 lot and 2 lots of 8, and then 3 lots of 8. And we'll get 4 lots of 8, and we should have... I think there'll be a couple of bales left over. So we'll get that lot there. I think it's 30 that this one can take. So let's start up, and the gates are already open. We'll run 1 trailer load back to the yard, and then we're going to come back up and see if we can run another trailer load. We just drive up here a moment. And, right, our crops have already started to grow. If you take a look at the map, this is doing okay. We're not going to actually need to give them food until tomorrow. And grass, I'm not too worried about. But we go to growth now, and all of our crops have actually gone beyond planting stage. They've gone to the next stage now, which is brilliant. So that's late spring, beginning of summer. We may be able to harvest these before the end of summer. I'm not quite sure. It might be like the last transition in summer. We may be able to do it. And if we can do that, that would be absolutely great. I want to see, obviously, if we can, it'll be the end of summer that it'll do it. So let me just change there, and then we can start loading. We'll put the silage on first, and then the hay bales follow on after. And we're left with 2 bales. Just 2. That's it. Which isn't bad, really. So we'll be able to get another 6 loads of bales. So, yes, even though the round bales are smaller, because the capacity is actually the same in this game, it's a good way to kind of cheat and carry extra capacity whenever you're doing it. I want to unload onto the trailer and then put the straps on quickly before the bales all roll off, because we don't have the lades on the front or the back for this one. It does make it grunt quite a bit now. This Ford tractor is actually having to spend quite a bit of energy in order to be able to continue going forwards. Now, I have modified this tractor slightly. Incidentally, a few people have been asking me if I'll be able to release the save game for this map, and I don't think I'm going to be able to, because we're playing on seasons, and there's a new version of this map out that is on Modhub. It's been released onto Modhub, so you can't get the version that I'm using. I tried updating and using the new version that was released onto Modhub, and I can't get it to work. It's literally producing a load of errors, and it's just not doing anything at all. Now, I don't know why exactly, because I haven't really taken a lot of time to go and look at it, but at the moment it's not working. So if I can't get it to work, and then unfortunately I won't be releasing the save game. I'm not going to release something that you're not going to be able to get to work, and it's just going to frustrate you. So I will take another look at it, but I suspect that we're not going to be able to have this one released, because it's just not going to work for you. And if I do that, it's just going to end up really upsetting you. You're going to have the map right there, and you're not going to be able to do anything with it, because you'll have a different version of Gorale than what I've currently got at the moment. I've still got the last version before they released the last update. It was like a textures update or something, but it simply just would not allow me to run the update. And it might just be because of seasons running on this map. I don't know. Let's just turn the beacon off a moment. I'm going to take the straps off, and oh, I'm amazed. I really thought that it would have not allowed me to do anything at all, but it is allowing me to do something, so we can start moving these. I love the way that that is now sort of falling through and rolling the bales around. That's actually really, really good. And it's the last two going to get... Oh, we got 4 bales on here. Okay, I'm going to load those up. We just load those up there and bring them back over here. And then if I stop loading and unload, we've got 2 on here. Right, what does that run down to? It's 55,000. So they should be able to, if I move them a bit, is that going to make them do it? Nope. Okay, I'll load them up and then unload them again, and they're both gone in. Right, so that is now all in. And if we come around and take a look on the side, we're up to 87,000 on here. We need another trailer load. If we get another trailer load like that, that'll probably keep us through most of the summer. Now, straw, we should be okay with, because we've loaded it right up already. Oh, no. Actually, no. Once the summer gets here, the straw is going to go right back up high again, and we're not going to worry about it. So, literally, the only thing that we do need to worry about is the grass, then the cleanliness, because that does make a slight difference to productivity, and then the silage hay power food combination. We don't really need to concern ourselves with it very much at the moment. Our next job is to get back to the dealership as quickly as we possibly can, without doing too unrealistic a driving. But I mean, let's face it, we're kind of losing touch on reality for the rest of this series because of how we're doing it. Reality is slowly starting to slip for us at the moment. It's just like we're participating in a bad dream, and we are eventually going to wake up and find ourselves back in South America, where we've been all along, and this was just a dream. This was just a very weird dream. I will try to stick a lot more to realism for this series once we get to South America, but obviously there's certain things I want to try to accomplish before we move on from here, and the only way to do that is unrealistically or behind the scenes. And as I sort of said to you before, there's very little point in me doing it behind the scenes if I'm just not going to bother doing anything. You know, if I'm not going to do the thing on the video, there's very little point in me sort of pretending to do it behind the scenes. I just don't see how that's going to be beneficial to anybody. So we're going to stick our tractor right here, and we're going to see if the gate actually closes or if the gate doesn't close once it's done. So I'm just going to wait here until almost 9 o'clock, and then we can find out what happens with it. We have about 15 seconds left, and the gate is going to close. Now, does it sense that the tractor is there and not close on the tractor, or does it sort of catapult this thing into oblivion? It might also crash the game. I didn't actually think about that, did I? And is that it? Was that it? I mean, seriously, that was very underwhelming. Quite frankly, I'm disappointed with that. I was hoping for something a little bit more dramatic than that. Let's just fast forward through the night. Maybe we'll try that again. I'm very tempted. I want to see what we can do with this gate now. I'm frustrated that it's not allowed us to, you know, play around properly. So I kind of want to fast forward and see if I can really push it and really see what is it's capable of doing. So we've got a little bit of straw this time as well, just to help things out. I'm hoping to get an even mix of all of the bales. We've got 8 of everything except the silage, a little bit extra on there. And I just go Y to unload onto the trailer and then put it onto there. And we'll run this one back to the yard and unload this one straight into that machine. Once we've done that, though, we're going to need to start taking some of it out, and we've got 0 cleanliness as well. Well, we'll leave that one there because we've got to wait for the gate to open, and we'll go to this one. Can start it up. I think this one needs maintenance, actually. And we're going to just clean the cows a moment, and then we can bring those bales back. We got to get our trailer running again. Now, the only problem we've got, I think what we'll do is we'll sell the Crone trailer and buy a bigger trailer, and we'll bring that one back, and we'll use the bigger trailer for taking it from the machine into the cows here, because at the moment, the way the machine is working, we're having to do like 5 or 6 loads with the small trailer in order to get it to work effectively. So we kind of want a bit more than that. We don't want to have to keep running 5 or 6 times. So if I can get a bigger trailer, we don't need to worry about it so much. So grab that lot there. We've got another full load. So 2 full loads of the grab, and that's going to keep them going for grass for a little while. Base food is down to 16%. Now, the strange thing with Gorale at the moment is that it seems to be eating base food considerably faster than power food. I put the mixture in for power food, and the base food one seems to go up a lot higher. It seems to be used up a lot faster. If you look here a moment, silage and hay is down to 11,000, whereas the power food is just about completely full. I don't know why it's doing that. It seems a little bit odd because it doesn't normally. It does normally balance out reasonably well, or at least past experience it's been balancing out reasonably well. Whether it's something different with this particular map or just the way that our new mixed feeder is performing, because I don't know if the new mixed feeder, the stationary one that we've got, whether that's giving like slightly different percentages, and then that's being reflected in the quantity of power food versus standard base food. I'm genuinely not sure. It's a bit of a puzzle for me. It's about to start raining again, so if I run this one all the way back, I'll get this back to the yard and we can dump these in, and then we got to change the trailers. I think I'll sell the trailer that we've got and buy a bigger one, but I don't know which one I'm going to buy yet. Let me at least put my lights on. Oh! Okay, well, we do at least have this bit of realism. Our trailer has tipped over in the rain. Now, last time I did this, I took the straps off and the thing righted itself. Or at least it did with one of the lorries that I was using. So let's take the straps off a moment, and is it going to come back up? Oh, it was almost. It did think about it. It's probably not a good idea to leave the tractor running while it's on its side like that. We're going to need to get another vehicle. I think if we... No, I'm not going to get that one. That was too slow. We'll get a faster vehicle. If I go to... I wonder if I could... Okay. I'm going to do it. I know that this is absolutely not realistic in any way, shape or form, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to take this one, and I'm just going to ram the tractor and the trailer with it, in the hope that it will tilt it all up the right way. I also don't know if this one has crop destruction on it. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. Let's see. Have crop destruction? Nope, no crop destruction. You'd kind of hope not, really. Oh, actually, no, it's just in the first growth stage, isn't it? So it shouldn't have crop destruction on it anyway. And we just want to go fast, straight at that tractor, and is that going to push it up? Oh, it's hanging. It's literally just hanging there. It is literally just hanging. Oh, that is fantastic. Look at that. And over it goes. I put the tractor the right way up with a scooter. An actual scooter. Oh, that is brilliant. I love the fact that I was able to do that. That's just made my day. That has absolutely made my day. That is awesome. Okay, let's go and put our power scooter back, and then we can come back and we can get our tractor and we can run it back down here and do some feeding. Put you into the shed a moment and stop. Right, I still do need to alter that scooter for the Texas map. A lot of people want me to do that, so I will do it. I'm definitely going to do it. So we probably won't be using it on this map. Now, let's try that again. It does help if you don't go around the corner too fast. There's some of the bales. I had those so neat and tidy when I brought them round last time. I'm just going to leave them unstrapped for now. We just want to get them over to the yard as quickly as possible. Base food is down to 5%. We're running out of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these up here, and I'm not going to go all the way and empty them out just yet. I'm going to stop right there, and then I'm going to go to one of our other tractors, which is going to be this one, because this one's only got this on the back. Unhitch that one. Start it up. I'm going to put this one onto the small trailer, and we're going to just take a couple of loads with the small trailer so that we don't have to stop the time fast forwarding. I'd like to try to keep it ticking over as quickly as possible so that we can get to the summer. And this is kind of what happens behind the scenes if you're fast forwarding time with seasons. That is the biggest issue I have with seasons, is there's no way to kind of quickly fast forward to the next task. If you've got a load of animals, you've got to look after your animals. I mean, I like it and I don't like it. Do you understand what I mean with that? It's something I really, really love about the Seasons mod, and at the same time, it's something I find really, really frustrating about the Seasons mod. I love the fact that you are actually having to look after your animals right through the year and take proper care of them. But at the same time, it's also really, really annoying when you want to fast forward and you want to just get on with a more interesting job than just continuously feeding animals. I mean, it does make it a bit more of a challenge because, obviously, keeping the cows fed is not very easy. We're 1% on the base food. The base food is down to 1%. So let's just bring that back and start tipping. There we go. And oh, I don't want to press that. I want to press this. I think we'd almost run out. We had almost run out. I mean, that had gone down to 82%, but I think actually that's partly to do with the fact we've got no grass in there at the moment. And we've now got some food in there, but not very much. Base food is on 18%. So I can't actually fast forward the night just yet. I've got to take this round. I can't take it that way. Yes, I can. If I can fit this tractor underneath there, I can take it this way, and I will take it this way. Will it fit? It will. Just ignore the fact that I've just... Did you see that? I don't know if you... There's the plant pot. Ooh, wrong way. The wheels caught the edge of the plant pot and grabbed it out into the yard. Object too heavy. I can't actually move it myself, but yeah, I just caught the edge of it and scraped it along the ground, damaging the tiles. Oh dear. Our wife is not going to be very happy with us. She is going to be very, very annoyed that we have just dragged that one out. She spent ages getting that particular planter looking really, really nice for the yard, and we've gone and just destroyed it. It's really not the way to behave, is it? I wanted to get a tractor up at the dealership again and get it stuck in the gate. That was kind of my aim for tonight. If I put this one in, hopefully that will be enough to see it through until the morning. We're kind of racing against the clock at the moment. I want to get this one filled up enough that I've then got time to run a trailer up the road. I think we've got enough time now. Let's just take a look. Ooh, that's cutting it pretty fine, that is. And water is empty. We've got no water anyway, so I've got to fill up with water or animals will die at midnight, and that is not what we want. I know why I had that gate open now. Because I need this tractor moved forward ever so slightly so that I can get the water to go in. Just move it forward a bit. There we go. And then I can move the tractor forward. Help if I push the right pedal. There we go. And then I can start putting a bit of water in. I don't know how much I'm going to need now. Oh, I'm going to need more. We're only on half full. And straw is almost empty. Silage and hay is almost empty. We're going to struggle. You know what? We're going to fast forward the night anyway, and then we're probably just going to have to slow down time for the next time. Oh, it's spring in the morning anyway. This is the difficult bit. Let me just slow down time now, and then go Alt-N, because if you get it before midnight, you can still fast forward time. If it's not before midnight, you can't actually fast forward the rest of the night. Okay? And I do that quickly, because then I don't have the arrow coming up on the screen. Right. Everything is probably no, it's not. Oh, of course! The summer requires a lot less straw, and so suddenly the straw that we've got takes up a much higher percentage. Silage and hay, again, you don't need as much food and stuff in the summer. Although water, that seems a bit odd. I would have thought the water would have changed a bit, but I mean, we didn't have to fast forward very much, did we? So we're now early summer. Everything has gone on to the second growth stage, and As it's only the second growth stage at the moment, it means that we are not going to be able to get the harvesting stage at the end of summer, sort of partway through the summer, which means we're going to need to fast forward time all the way through until the very end of summer, which we've got another 6 days. So we're going to have to keep these cows stuffed full of straw and food for as long as possible, and that's going to be a difficult bit. I don't want to do too much off screen because, quite frankly, it's you know, I always feel that we need to do these things together. It kind of seems a bit pointless playing the game for hours and hours off screen in order to be able to give you like a little bit of something extra. Kind of like to... I feel that the whole point of it is that we're all doing this together. We're kind of sharing the whole experience together. So if I'm fast forwarding everything, you're missing out on everything that I'm doing. This is just not part of the whole experience. Right, that one I just switched off, didn't I? So I'm going to take this one. Actually, I'll tell you what. As we've got this at the moment, and I've had to sort of slow down time anyway, we'll run this one up to the dealership. We'll sell this trailer and we'll buy a much bigger one. I want one that's got... Probably we'll get a Joskin trailer. I know we've got the Crone one over there, and that would be a useful one, but I want a bigger trailer anyway for when we come to doing our harvest. The Crone one is great for silage, so we can just sort of keep that one there. And, you know, if I drove on the road, it'd probably be a good idea. Put our lights on. Yeah, the Crone one is great for silage, but you can't take any crops or anything like that in it. Whereas the Joskin trailer, the big Joskin trailer, is perfect for going on these types of tractors. It fits really well, and it's got over 40,000 litres in capacity, so it's a really good trailer to use. So I figure that that would be the one that would go well with the map. I know I'm using that one on the time-lapse series, so those of you who also watch time-lapse, I know not all of you do. It's not everybody's sort of cup of tea. Oh, I am going to have to fast-forward a bit of time, aren't I? We need to wait for the store to open. Okay, I'm going to have to sit here and just wait for this one to open a moment. Right, the store's about to open. I have decided on the trailer that I'm going to use. It's actually a mod, and... it's not one that I've used before, ever. Really, technically speaking, it is a little bit too big for this map. But at the same time, I figure I'm not actually going to be using it anywhere else. Certainly not in the near future. It's not going to fit on the time-lapse series. I do play that realistically. I mean, well, obviously, I do use auto-load trailers on there. But other than that, I play time-lapse as absolutely realistically as I possibly can. And so this trailer that I got in mind is not going to fit on that map, and it's not going to fit on Sandy Bay either. So yeah, it probably wouldn't fit in South America, and I'm going to try to go back to playing this series as realistically as possible. I'm skipping too many corners at the moment. So we will go back to realism for those of you who want realism here, and then completely out of the window just messing around with the game. That's what we do at the other end of the week, currently on Texas. So go in here, and I'll show you the trailer that I'm talking about. I'm going to go all the way up through here. So I got the mod, I got all the standard ones. We've got the mods. I was actually thinking about that one. That one does look pretty cool. You got the Fleagle Black Panther. Actually, it looks really good. Fleagle Bull, that was quite a common one. It was used a lot in FS15, and it was a bit of a shame that they pulled it from the list. Then there was also the Cramper Big Body 900. I thought that one's actually pretty cool. No, I've overruled that one as well, because the Cramper Big Body 900... I could probably put that one on the Sandy Bay map, so that one would fit on there. But no, this is the one that I want. This one right here. It's got a quadruple axle on it. A quad axle, 56,000 litre capacity trailer. It's only 50 grand. This one looks absolutely brilliant. The Vicini Tetra. Select and buy. 50,000 euros. And we have this trailer right over here. So let's just go and take a quick look at it. A quad axle, ladies and gentlemen. A quad axle trailer. Does it actually have steering on the trailer? If it doesn't have steering on the trailer, that is going to put a massive amount of strain on those wheels, isn't it? That is a huge amount of strain to be putting on rigid axle wheels. Well, I don't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Let's just crouch down and take a look. Nope. Looks like it does actually have steering on the axles. I don't know. We'll take a look. Let's get this thing hitched on and see what it does. This could be quite interesting. This is the one that we're going to use. You know what's going to happen, though, don't you? We're going to get this one down there, and we're going to find out that it does actually fit under the spout for our mixed feeder. And that's going to be sort of the big disappointment, isn't it? We're just going to find out that it doesn't fit. It does steer. It does have steering. I don't know how it detects where the steering is because it doesn't actually have a lever on the front, and that's normally what they do. Whether it's... like, you do get some of them that they don't actually need anything up here. It's just it detects it. It's a kind of the way that the wheels pull, they sort of self-align with the pull on the ground. So it could very well be one of those. And, oh, there's a PTO on this trailer. Okay. So what is the PTO used for? Because you've got air brakes on there, and you've got hydraulics going on there as well. So what on earth would you use the PTO for? Let's swing that one round. Okay, this thing looks awesome. We're going to get this one back to the yard, and we're going to put one load in for the cows before we do anything else. And then that's all I got time for. So my question for this week is, when we get to South America, what do you want me to do first? Do you want me to concentrate on cows first? Do you want me to concentrate on standard arable cropping first? Or do you want me to do sugarcane first? Now, I realise it's probably a waste of time me asking this, but I figured that some of you may not want to go straight into the sugarcane. Some of you may want me to sort of set up a few other things first and give you a little bit of anticipation for the sugarcane. But I very much doubt it. I debated whether or not I should even have a question this week, but I figured in the end, you know, why not? This is one of the things that this channel is known for, so I will at least give you the option. So yes, it's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Do you want cows first, do you want arable cropping first, or do you want me to go getting stuck straight into the sugarcane when we first get to the South American map? Estancio something. I can't actually remember what it's called at the moment. There we go. Right, so it does fit. It fits absolutely perfectly. The Vicini Tetra. This thing looks... this absolute beast. Beast of a trailer. It really is. This thing is fantastic. I want to see what it's going to be like when we tip it. We'll just get this one loaded up and then we can see what it's like to tip. Okay, the fill plane on this one is actually pretty good. It goes quite high in places. I really like it when it does that. Although, to be honest, this tractor is struggling with the trailer. I mean, you can see just the way that the trailer looks to be, to me, it's just leaning ever so slightly downhill, which sort of gives an indication of the weight that is in this thing. And the tractor was lifting up a bit, so it would seem that this trailer is potentially a little bit too heavy for this tractor. And if that's the case, that is absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that it is too heavy for this tractor, which means that you really do need a very powerful tractor to be able to pull. You also need a very heavy tractor to be able to pull this one effectively. So let's just bring that back round and we are going to tip. And I think this one tips up in the air. I hope it does. I'm going to be disappointed if it doesn't, because I'm pretty sure one of the... yes, there we go. Up in the air. Full up in the air tipping. Look at that. I'm going to jump out of the tractor to take a look at this, because this is just brilliant. And whoa, it's got double rams. I mean, I've often seen double rams like at the front. I've seen that frequently, but I've never seen a double ram like that where it's sort of got an extra help on the back there like that. That is just amazing. That is brilliant. Look at that thing. He is going sky high. He really is. And it's still tipping as well. Okay, and it's out. That was absolutely brilliant. I really like this trailer. I love the look of it. And, you know, hopefully I will eventually have somewhere that I can actually use this one. But it would seem that I need an extremely powerful, or at least heavy trailer, a tractor I should say, in order to be able to pull it properly. So this is something to sort of look forward to later on. We'll look into that. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.